Dum, 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 dum. What's going on, pyro people out there in the world? Hope everybody's having a good night tonight. What's going on, Tennessee? How you been, man? I saw a big tent set up in town today. I'm like, there's no way that could be a firework tent this early in the year. That's what it looked like. Oh, that's good, man. Cool. You ready for the summertime yet? It's pretty nice weather here today. Even though I slept most of the day away, I had to get up early for a doctor's appointment this morning. Ended up getting home and ended up sleeping until about 8 o'clock. Yeah, I just started collecting them in here, man. I've got all kinds of them. I'd say there's a whole table full in here if I dug them all out from their various places. I'm like, damn, there must be 25, 30 skulls in here. Cat, quit that. Damn little cat knows I'm in here. She's trying to chew her way through the door again. Good grief, cat, damn it. You quit that shit. Are you taking over? Are you taking over? It's not the booster for soap. Alright, you little cat. You're rotten. You can stay until you start knocking stove over, which is going to be in about 10 seconds. Like little coin pushers. That's what they are, cats. That's where they got the idea for those arcades, I believe. They got to knock shit over. It's what they do. Alright, now, Furball. Interrupting the stream here, kitty cat. Hey, what's up, Pyro? Watching this cat get ready to sow destruction. Alright, now. Lay down, be a good kitty. I know you're not going to do that, though. You're rotten. You're rotten little fuzz bucket. Dude, if I don't let the cat in, she freaks out. She's done learned how to get in. Well, luckily she's a little one, so it's not too bad. She still can cause a hell of an avalanche. I had a pyro avalanche in here where my entire shell wall fell, man. It sounded like a car hit the house or something. It was pretty crazy. Hey, what's good, pyro dude? How you doing, man? I got cat raided in here. She's trying to knock everything over. You know how the struggle is with the cats. Well, this female cat here has done learned if she freaks out, screams, and scratches the door, that I'll let her in here. And that's what she does every damn time now. Oh, it's always a good time. I haven't blown anything up today. Like I said, I slept most of the day, to be honest. But I got up early this morning to drive to the nearest city for doctor's appointments and stuff. And I don't know about you guys, but running around make me tired. Just driving from place to place, more or less. Not to mention dealing with doctors' offices and hospitals and shit. My last pyro session cost me a little bit. I had a rocket skid across my face. That kind of sucked. It caught my shirt on fire. I was like, holy shit. In all the years that I've been lighting fireworks, man, I've never had a rocket fail anywhere remotely close to this. Yeah, it sucks, bro. Trust me, it does. But yeah, this rocket blew up. The end of it blew up first on the launch pad. Instead of taking off, it didn't take off. It just sat there. And I've seen rockets do that before. The payload go off, no big deal, right? Well, this one went off. The payload went off. It sat there for, I gave it a couple of seconds. Nothing happened, and then the damn rocket motor decided the light that was no longer held to the stick. It come at me and landed on my chest and caught my shirt on fire. And then I managed to knock it off of me, but then it skidded across my face and it left like I don't know. I don't really have a beard, but I haven't shaved in a couple of days, so it left like a burn streak all the way through my facial hair across my face. I mean, I've had rockets fail a lot of different ways, but I've never seen one do this before. I was like, holy shit, it's like the entire rocket went in reverse. On the payload, that was fine. I was clear of that, no issue. But the rocket come and found my ass like a heat seeking missile. An uncontrolled spinning heat seeking missile. Let's put it that way. Dude, my shirt caught on fire, and I'm watching my shirt burn, and I seeing my skin underneath like a hole in the shirt, but I didn't get burned at all. On my chest, I literally watched my shirt catch fire on my chest, but I didn't get burnt, which was cool. I did get like a little bruise from where the thing struck me in the face. It broke the skin because them things hit her pretty hard. And then it left a little burn streak across, but after a day, it was gone. I was like, damn, I smell burnt hair. That's never good. What's crazy is after I got the rocket off, no, my brother was hit with the rocket first, and he smacked it off of him, and he's what threw it onto me, more or less, little turd. But for whatever reason, where the rocket engine was only partially burning or something, and kept going for quite a while, I was like, good God, one of these painkiller rockets, man. It failed spectacularly. What's up, man? WC P Pyro Junkie, Josh D. Oh shit, dude. I seen that happen to my old man back in the old days, bro. God, you remember them polyester shirts that were like more plastic than shirt? They were kind of like curtains almost. I remember my old man was wearing one of those button-up shirts for whatever reason, and he lit a ground bloom, and it come up off of there and went down the arm of his shirt. It started burning that plastic shirt against him and shit. That was bad. But I remember the green shirt lighting up like a jack-o'-lantern. Oh God, this is probably like back in the '80s or something. So it was them really old, dangerous fabrics too. Sweet. There's a lot of good fireworks in Michigan. Excel Fireworks. He usually hangs out in here, has a store too in Michigan and stuff. Pretty nice product. Oh yeah, Pyro Junkie, you got a good stash built up. I've got about 90% of my stash so far, man. I'm good, except for a few little specialty items. Other than that, I'm set. Yeah, man, pretty much. Oh shit. Hey, what's up, James? How you doing? Hey, what's happening, Dark? I do not know, man. Oh, I plan on hitting up a couple places in Kentucky here next month when I go on my coaster stock trip. What's up, Chapman? How you doing? What's up, PA Pyro? How you doing, man? Hell yeah, Randy Matthews in the house. How you doing tonight? So far, man, there's a place called Vito's I'm looking at stopping at, and a place called Tri-State Fireworks I'm looking at. They're only like 23 miles away from where I'm at, or like 30 miles. See, when I'm up there, I'm gonna be staying in Mason, Ohio. It's like next to the amusement park and stuff. So, trying to get something within decent range, either that or like on my return trip home somewhere along that route. I mean, I can take the Kentucky route to go back, but it's like an hour longer if I do that way. Not really sure right now. I'm just in the preliminary stages and stuff. Oh yeah, but my daughter and stuff's taking friends from school and stuff on this trip with us, so that and any kind of trip is expensive when you've got a bunch of people. So my pyro buying is going to be a little on the limited side, but the cool thing about that is I don't need a lot other than a few little. I'd like to get some boom rockets and some cans, and other than that, I'm pretty much set on everything I need for the rest of the year. Other than what I find here and there. Well, right now I'm really big into the wholesale market, because that's the best bang for your buck that I've found as far as, getting bulk for my shows and stuff like that. But They generally only do maybe a 4th of July birthday show, maybe New Year's Eve. So I've got more than enough power for that. I just want a few little specialty items that are hard to find that I'm gonna pick up. We're usually on the pricey side, but we go to Coaster Stock at Kings Island each year. In May, they have like a VIP weekend for the roller coaster associations and stuff, and they'll keep the park open until way late at night for us and stuff. And we have dinner with the vice president and the president of the company, and we get all the inside information about the news and what's coming to the park for the following year, and like a press conference kind of deal. But they give us a lot of perks and a lot of free shit for the weekend, which is awesome. I gotta get this cat and put her back in here, man. She's getting into everything. She'll be tearing up the door before I can sit down, probably. The little cat's rotten. Oh, my cats are spoiled too. Believe that. That's why they're all so fat. That little cat there, her name is Lucifer for a reason. She's not very friendly, really evil kitty to most people. She's my cat though. She loves me for whatever reason, and if I come in here without her, she throws a fit. Cat don't give two shits what you're doing 90% of the time, but if I go in here and shut that door, it's like, oh crap, I got to get in there. Cat behavior. Who knows, right? Cats do weird shit. It's one of the reasons why I like cats so much is they do weird stuff. I guess, man. Yeah, California, it's hard to get some decent fireworks. I mean, there's good stuff there on the black market, but you're going to pay for it. Even if you know somebody, you're going to pay for it. I've actually had a few things sent to me out of California. Like, no, that's reverse. It's usually the other way around. But you know how that goes. Safe and sane state. But California is one of them cases I can kind of understand it to a degree, where everything is so freaking flammable in the state, but it doesn't really stop anybody from doing what they do. Shit. Well, I'm just saying California has been notoriously dry for, a lot of places for forest fires and shit like that. So I could understand the fireworks being illegal for that. But I also saw a lot of places, well, not a lot, but a few places in California there were making fireworks legal in their, local township or what have you. I'm like, huh, I didn't know they could do that. That's cool. Oh, I know California's got a crazy black market. Like I said, I've even got a few takes from California from here and there. But also, I see it on the news when they're raiding them places out in California. They put them on YouTube, and they'll show some dude that's got like an entire house full of fireworks or shit getting taken out by the cops. And they're going to themselves. Hey, what's up, Lord? Yeah, I saw that, man. I was like, man, I'm afraid they're going to put Dave's face on everything by the time they're done with it. But willows are the big end thing right now. I mean, there's willow shells. You can't keep them on the shelf, from what I've been told. And I know everybody's stash that I've seen's got at least a case of them. I've been to Prison Fireworks. That place is legendary, man. Those are the highest prices I've ever seen on a firework in my life. And I've been all over the country, dude. Prison Fireworks makes black market California prices look reasonable. I don't know how the place even keeps the lights on. He must be a front for another business or something, because he sure as hell ain't selling no fireworks. Dude, I got a video of the inside of the store somewhere I need to post up, because he's got shell kits in there for like 24 shells for $350 and shit, crazy prices like that. A gross of bottle rockets is like $15, man, for regular fucking bottle rockets. I shit you not. It's a cool store because they've got a lot of old school product on the shelf, but there's a reason why it's old school product. Is that shit's never going to sell at those prices. I asked the guy, I'm like, what's the gimmick? You know, you got buy one, get one free, or buy one, or whatever. He's like, no, but the price is what's on the tag. I'm like, holy shit, seriously? I asked him, I said, who the hell buys this crap? Tourists and stuff, just where it's off the interstate, real easy, or what? Because I don't see anybody buying that shit. And I stop in there just because it's a pyro store to look around, see if I find something unique, because he does have some old product. But the same shit that was on the shelf 5 years ago is still on the same shelf. I've never seen anything like it, man. Like I said, and I've been all the way across the country buying fireworks and stuff. I mean, I'm no expert, but I know that's the highest shit I've ever seen, dude. You ever seen them Time Bandit torpedoes? It's a shell kit. I think if I'm not mistaken, it's either got 32 or 36 shells with it. And in there, it's like a $400 set for one box, man. It's insane. They don't have Excals. They got like this fake knockoff version of Excals in a red box, and they're like $360 a box. Not a case, a box. This place has to be seen to be believed, man, for real. They've got a lot of firework companies that no longer in business and stuff. Oh shit. That one that's got the lightning bolt on it. That, well, what is that company? Some it went out of business not too long ago. I can't remember its name, but they've got a lot of that product on their shelves. Yeah, lightning bolt brand, that's it. But yeah, they've got a lot of that stuff, and I think it went out of business sometime in the '90s, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, it's not meant to be a collector's fireworks store. It's just the prices are so high, their inventory is becoming collectible. Man, I got an unboxing of an assortment that I bought from Prison Fireworks on my YouTube channel here. It was a Times Square assortment, right? and it was complete crap, garbage. But they had it marked down to like $69 or some crazy shit like that. So I bought it because it's hard to walk in a power store and not buy something, you know. But I bought that, and when I got it home, it was the lowest quality crap you could ever imagine. It was like fireworks back in the old DOT days, you know, where you had a cake and it might sizzle a few times and do a couple little different colored pearls, and that was it. That was like the cakes that was in this assortment. And the little festival ball kit that it had, the second shot blew up the entire tube and disintegrated it. So it was like, okay. Yeah, I carried that assortment around with me the entire weekend at Coaster Stock, man, and I didn't open the son bitch, right? Because I wanted to do a video unboxing when I got home of it. And then I laid it out, and my cat opened up the shit, scratched his way into it, and then laid down and made him a nest on top of the fireworks. Oh, dude, this the stuff that was in that assortment. I mean, you can watch the video and tell that it's low quality. I mean, really low quality stuff. I think I got a lot of views on the assortment unboxing, so there was that, I guess. It's called Times Square Assortment Unboxing. It's on my YouTube channel. I can't go digging around for it. I don't buy assortments either, man, but this is the only thing I could see that was a half ass, you know, what I thought might be a decent deal. I wasn't paying $20 for a thing of bottle rockets. I know that. And I saw that this one had a brick of firecrackers and bottle rockets in it. And they were decent. I will give the assortment that much. Those were all right. But that was about it. I just don't understand it, man. Every time I've been to that fireworks store, I've never seen another person there. And I know they're not moving product because the same shelf shit is on the shelf every year. And the dust will prove that much. How they, maybe it's just like where an old guy likes to hang out there or something. I don't see how it's a business at all. I don't know. Dude, I bought a case of bottle rockets the year before last, world class premium bottle rockets, and those were the worst fucking bottle rockets I ever had. I think one gross out of the entire case worked right. The rest of them either blew up on the launching pad or didn't take off at all. Horrible quality. And then this last year, I went with Apollo bottle rockets. They're not bad, good quality, you know, just basic generic bottle rocket, but I still have a few grosses of those laying around. I got a lot of these painkiller rockets though, but after that one flew up on me, I'm a little scared of these sons of bitches. They do have different, good different effects, and I was trying to do a video of what each rocket done, but my camera kept fucking up on me. I'm gonna have to get a better camera. I keep getting memory card errors no matter what card I use, so I don't know what's up with that. Hey, House on Fire, how you doing, man? I hope you've been doing well. Thanks for stopping in and saying hey. That's never good. said that painkiller rocket blew up. The end blew up. It didn't take off. And I'm thinking, okay, it's done. And then the rocket motor kicked in and come off the stick. And that's what jacked me up. I was like, holy shit, because I was a good ways away from it. This thing traveled, whatever that distance was. And just out of all the places it could have flew, it has to fly on my ass. You think about that. You're a pretty small target in a field, and it's got like a 180-degree area that it could travel in any direction, and it's going to seek your ass out and hit you. And what's the chances of that? No, but it about flew in my damn mouth. I was glad I had my mouth shut. Hey, West PA Pyro, how you doing, man? I hope all is well up here in the northern part. It's cold as shit down here. I do believe it's raining a little bit. No, those are either bugs or snow flurries. It could be one of the two. Hey, what's up, KB? Yeah, Tennessee. I used to go and go to Blountsville or Bluntsville or however you pronounce it, Tennessee. There was a firework supermarket. Across the road from there, there was always like a firework tent set up on the hill. I'd go get stuff from both of those places back in the day. I can remember back when fireworks supermarket used to have boomers, believe it or not. They used to have a flashing thunder cake back when it had real salutes in it. That was fucking awesome. I mean, it'd leave you standing there like, what the hell just happened? Kind of awesome. And you could buy it at fireworks supermarket. Then the last time I went after it, it was buy one get one free, and I knew they were getting rid of it. I'm like, damn it. That's been a long time ago too. Damn, we had like half the room drop out on us, guys. People come and go, such as the pyro way. Nobody hits the like button. Come on, guys. Damn. Oh, it'd be cool if it's actually got neon colors. I swear they put the neon name too liberally on everything, though. Very few neon things I've seen actually has neon colors, which kind of a rip. I'm not sure what I'm going to pick out for my 420 get together. And my buddy just recently told me that it looks like this weekend's going to be cold as shit and rain on Saturday. So I'm like, well, fuck. I don't know. I don't know, but it might get more people in there. I don't know. I don't know if it has any effect on it or not, to be honest. I think half this stuff is bullshit. Oh, damn, man. That hurts my soul. I mean, I'm glad you guys get to enjoy it, but it'd be nice if we could too. I guess we got the legal fireworks, but I don't know. I'd like to have both. Even though we have legal fireworks here in West Virginia, there's nowhere to buy them really. Not in my area. And Pyro Dudes has got a place up in the northern part of the state, but there's nothing around here. See, that's what you need, Pyro Dudes. You need a southern branch, man. You need to put one of your stores down here. I'll keep it in business. Even though fireworks are illegal in Virginia, there are places on the beach and stuff that you can buy fireworks at gas stations in Virginia, like Roman candles and firecrackers and stuff like that. I've bought those at beach stores, even though they're illegal in Virginia. But I think some places near the ocean or whatever, it's all right locally or some shit. I don't know how that works, but I know I have bought them. And it wasn't a hush hush backroom kind of deal. It was just at gas stations. Yeah, no doubt. See, there for a long time, Virginia had safe and sane fireworks, and West Virginia had none. When I was a kid, I would actually go into Virginia just to get safe and stuff like fountains and shit. How sad is that? And it's just like anything that's illegal. If you got the money and the time, you can find it. It's like everything else. It boils down to how much you want to spend. Because usually black market means expensive. Grief, man, look at what the poor Pyro brothers in Hawaii are paying for stuff. That's downright criminal. I mean, they're living on a fucking volcano. I don't think fireworks are going to hurt anything. Now, I'd say it is around here too, Pyro, for sure, because there is no fireworks stores. There was one guy that opened one up about 2 hours here in Somersville. I think in Princeton, maybe. And his prices were just off the chain. I mean, because I guess he's the only store and he can charge that, but still, for a wholesale shopper like myself, there's nothing there for me. Oh, hell, man. You might need to go take care of that. Hey, backyard gardening, how you doing tonight? Cool. And that is an excellent way to buy if you have that option available, man, because it's nice to have your stuff delivered to the house. Although I do still miss the road trip. But other than that, it's pretty damn sweet. Unidentified kitty in Sector 6. Oh yeah, I've got stuff everywhere right now. I don't really have things in order. Did recently pick up some cool West Virginia neon, like a football helmet, like plastic football helmet with a neon outline around it. I'm like, those are cool. I'm not really into sports that much, but I like neon. Yeah, man, you can set up a panel or some. I'm not really sure how to do it. I've never done it myself, but yeah, you can have multiple people live at the same time. Would you ever be interested in doing a pyro panel with me sometime, man? That'd be cool, man. I'd be down to join you and talk about some fireworks. And that'd give me a little while to figure out how to set it up, or you can figure out how to set it up, and I'll just join you. But I see people do it all the time. And sometimes they have like 5 or 6 in a panel, and that's a little much, but it's nice to have 2 or 3 people on that way you can talk and bounce ideas back and forth. Hey, what's good, Cosmic Pyro? How you been, man? Yeah, man, we can start something like that and have guests on each week. Just a little bit, man. This little skid mark across my face from that rocket wasn't dangerous at all, man. Burned up my new Captain America shirt, and it got sacrificed to the pyro gods. But did you die? You know, I just heard you in that little Korean guy's voice. Did you die? Did you die? Called the cap, huh? Oh, I don't think I know that one. It'd be cool. I want some of those new Pyro Demon rockets everybody's talking about. They're so good. Thanks for coming by and joining us for a little while, Backyard Garden. It's appreciated. Have a good night. Yeah. Better watch, man. We'll end up offending some Chinese person by mistake again. Man, I want to come up to your store. That would be awesome. It's just a damn far away from me, bro. Said you need to get a southern branch set up. You're going to have to expand, man. I never end up in that area, really. I'm generally either heading west or heading south, but I would like to get a case of those rockets. Those are pretty sweet before they get watered down, which is liable to happen. You know, I wouldn't mind getting them shipped, but you have to get a certain size order to make it worth, paying for the shipping and all. I've been pretty happy with Pyro Demon products so far. The rockets that I had this year, the freight train rockets and the painkiller rockets, are actually, as I let more of them off and saw the different effects, there are some really good ones in that mix. And then there's some that are just kind of But, as far as rockets go, they're good. Better than a bottle rocket, at least, they have some effect. Ah, yes. Those $500 free shipping places and stuff like that is not really free shipping. I mean, you're paying for it for their, an inflated product price one way or the other. I don't know. I'm going to stop at a couple of firework places on my trip next month, but other than that, my pyro plans are later in the summer. 'Cause I've got a whole room full of pyro here, so I can't really. I ain't gonna say I don't want any more pyro, but I'm actually all right. Hey, what's good? Ask how you doing. Back of back beats. Yeah, those are pretty badass. Dangerous style. I've got the painkillers, the freight trains, and a couple of the jet screamer rockets from last year, and those are really good. Which box is that, man? Hey, what's up, Paladin UFO? Oh no, I mean, you know me, man. I'm always picking up stuff here and there, small little targets of opportunity, more or less. But as far as bringing major money to bear, I'm probably more or less done for the year, other than a few items I need to pick up, fountains and some boom items. That's a hell of a spread from boom items to fountains, but that's pretty much all I need right now. I need something to put together the up close show. Man, I thought about breaking down my shells and stuff and getting rid of all the pyro paper and all the waste and all that shit now, but I'm gonna have to find some rubber gloves before I start touching that fiberglass crap. Yeah. Well, thanks for joining us, Tennessee, man. Take her easy, bro. I've got the opposite problem I had last year, though. Last year I had plenty of boom cans, but not a lot of ground items. And this year I got a lot of ground items, but not a lot of cans. So it just switches from one year to the next. It's like the year before that, when a couple years before that, when fuse was hard to find. I had nothing but really slow fuse. And then the year after that, I got a case of fast, and then I didn't have any slow. And it's like, good grief. Try to keep a little bit of everything now. All right. And some items, man, I swear. It's like trying to get everything you want's almost impossible. You got to compromise from this and that, or at least I do. I mean, I still have, eh, not like maybe a dozen good boom cans left, but that's about it. No doubt, man. I try to keep my hand in as many cookie jars as possible out there, but you know how it is. A lot of people don't want to come off the good items unless you make a major multi-thousand, several $1,000 purchase. And I can only do that maybe once a year. But yeah, shit. There's always something, man. It's like the other day I had to replace my washing machine again. A new washer again. That's always a nice expense to come out of the blue. Then the brake lines busted on the back of my truck where they had corroded through. I had to replace that crap the other day. That's always a good time. Got all that shit handled, and most of my concentration right now has been taking my daughter and her friends and stuff on this trip here next month. And I'm looking forward to it myself quite a bit. But anytime you're doing something like that, it gets ridiculously expensive. By the time you get tickets and rental cars and hotels and restaurants and gas and all that other shit, it's been hard to think about buying pyro for a while. Let's see, that's what I wish I had more of, was somebody close by that I could make little orders here and there, be like, I could buy a case of this, buy a case of that, not have to spend $3,000 or $4,000 at a time. Be able to gradually build stuff up, but that's not how it works around here. Yeah, well, I need a vacation from trying to go on vacation. But it's ridiculous. So I got to rent an SUV, so I've got room for everybody and stuff that's going. And just for 3 days to rent a car is like $450. I'm like, good grief, that's high. How many miles to what place there, West PA Pyro? Hey, what's going on, Ray Ray? How you been, man? Oh no, I wouldn't want to be stuck with anybody for 24 hours in a van. That would suck. No, West PA, when I looked up on MapQuest how long it would take me to get to your store in Falling Waters, it was like 5.5 hours or something from where I live. Like, wow. Hey, Pyro Al, how you doing? Oh, yeah, Pyro, you're going to show up with something crazy. In my truck, man, probably, yeah. Oh, damn, that sucks, Pyro Al. Kick back and relax, man. Fire you up a do or something. Just chill. That's what my channel's all about, man. Just talking about some fireworks and just chilling. No problem, Kumamari, or however in the hell you pronounce it. Oh, yeah, that'd be cool, man. Definitely be something to see. Yeah, Ray, those are actually really good, man. Pretty kick ass, man. They've got a nice boom, good report to them. I do like a good spinner, man, for sure. I hear you, man. If it's not raining and shit, that's what I plan on doing is getting together with some friends and having a little cookout and a pyro shoot for 420. Of course, my buddy just told me that the weather looked like it's not going to cooperate, so that plan might change. But hell, if it has to, I'll just make it another day, the nearest day that's not fucked up. All right, man. Well, be careful on your road trip to get those brews, dude. Yeah, that's what that means. Usually means you care. Remember what the hell you shot that night. You just know it was cool. It's hard for me to get together with my friends and stuff where everybody lives so far apart and jobs, schedules, and everything like that. So I just use it as an excuse to be able to plan a little get together. It's not that we're all a bunch of hardcore stoners, which we kind of are, but that's not the point. We still just more or less just get together. I think I got one lighted up cake from last year left, man. I'm going to let off for 420. Other than that, I'm just going to piece together a few boards. Might let off a 500 or two. Maybe one of the new fan cakes with a couple of the Pyro Pro series because they got some really big burst on those. Probably be what I finish it off with, and just some Saturn missiles and rockets and some 200-gram cakes and stuff in the interim. I'd like to be Ray, but I'm in my pyro cave, so I got to go in the other room for that. Don't want to drop the lighter in the wrong place in here. It's just harder as people gets older and more responsibility and all that good shit. It's harder to get together and do anything anymore. But we try to enjoy it when we can. There you go, man. We'll see. My pirate cave is also on my back porch, so I don't smoke out here. That's why this room's so small. It's just, an old enclosed porch from back in the day. I think I put so much pyro in here at one point, I got the room leaning a little bit. Well, in that case, man, you start hearing a fuse hiss, you better just hit that ball real hard. It's just getting ready to get real shitty. Yeah, I don't have a lot of room, man, for real. That's why I thought about breaking down these shelves and boxing them up because I don't really need them in their large boxes anyway. Maybe I'll make some poor man racks and just screw some stuff down to some 2x4s or some shit with all these extra tubes because I can't bring myself to just throw them out. Oh yeah, hell with CBDs, man. You want to get to all of it. The CBDs, the THCs. You might as well go like you said, whole hog with that shit. I love the look on my doctor's face when they ask me about it. They're like, "Well, what do you think about marijuana?" Or they might ask me, "Do I smoke marijuana?" I said, "I love it." They're like, "Excuse me," and I said, "I love it," just like you would on the not Seinfeld, but just Chappelle show. That's the way I said it, and they laughed their asses off. And then they're like, the doctor's like, "Yeah, well, my husband smokes and this and that." And I'm like, "Yeah, everybody does. They just want to lie about it and act like they don't." I don't give a shit anymore myself. It's a good place to be, man. That's for sure. I just need room for my fireworks and my RC toys. I think I want to start putting some shelves up in here for my drones and my remote control trucks and shit like it. Because piling them up in the corner and stuff gets buried and I won't see it again until it's an antique. I told my doctor point blank, I'm like, it's not. I don't think that. I mean, some of the good medical grade shit from what little I've had from real dispenser and stuff like that has gave me pain relief, and I can move better with my arthritis, and it's amazing what it can do. And I was one of those people before that had just smoked the stuff that was on the street and shit, and I didn't think it helped at all because that stuff don't. It's got to be the high grade stuff to get the real effect from it. But I'm like, it's a hell of a lot better to go that route than all these pills and all this other stuff that they try to put down your throat. And then once they get you hooked on that stuff, they want to take it away from you. So what's the point of that? Well, you damn right. They're using lying about it. They're trying to hide it. I'm up front, and it's still illegal here. But I don't care. We need to get together and march on our capital and demand that shit to be put in action. I'm tired of fucking with these people. Go to jail over a plant is stupid when you got people smoking meth and doing crack and all these drugs that will legitimately cause harm and ruin to people, but yet they're out worried about trying to catch somebody for growing a little bit of pot. They can kiss my ass. I think it's more of a opening the door with the CBD oils and stuff like that. Even with their limited effectiveness, it's kind of getting a foot in the door for later products. Is the way I see it, because that's the way it's happening here in this state. I mean, hell, they sell CBD oils and drops and stuff like that at the beauty supply stores, the same places that sells, like the shampoo and hair color and stuff to the salons. They sell that stuff now. Yeah, it's moderation thing. It's just like anything, man. Too much Mountain Dew will kill you. Too much of anything's a bad thing. I've seen weed take people's motivation and to where they're not worth the fuck, and all they do is sit around and never get anything done. I've seen that shit firsthand. It's one of the things that aggravates the hell out of me about my friends is we're trying to get something done, and every time I'm turning around, they're all watching me work. I'm like, damn it, you guys start working on something. You know what to do. And they go back to work, and 5 minutes later, I turn around and they'd all be over my shoulder watching me screw together a rack. I'm like, you're not getting this concept, guys. I'm tired of being that guy too. I don't want to be the foreman telling other people what to do and aggravating with them not getting the shit done properly anymore, because I'm just spending my 4th of July pissing myself off. And I've got to find a less stressful way to do it. Hey, newfound drone, how you doing? Man, I can't do nothing. No help whatsoever. I got like 5 buddies there to help and set up the pyro, and they're not worth anything. They're just fucking in my way most of the time. I have to figure out a way to be able to build the entire show myself, have it on boards, ready to fire, and all they can do is maybe I can get them to help me unload the stuff out of the back of the truck. Maybe. How's that emissary? What? I don't know. It's just like we're trying to get the racks built last 4th of July, and every time I turned around, people are watching me work, and they've got all the lumber and all the material in front of them. It's not complicated to sit there and bust out a bunch of racks. It's not hard, but it was like pulling teeth to get anybody to do anything. And the more they got, the more stoned they become, the less they accomplished. And I shouldn't have let it bother me, but I did. I spent the rest of the day pissed off, and then at 9 o'clock it started pouring the rain after I got everything set up. So I was just like, son of a bitch. Dave, man, that's cool. Some people can get to work and get stuff accomplished and get things done. It all depends on the individual too. I used to have a little friend, man, and he reminded me of a cockroach and his mannerisms and shit, but he acted like weed was like crack. He had to have it like you would a crackhead. I've never seen anybody react like that to it, but he did. No, it was probably the individual. You can't blame the substance, really. It sounds like that guy's got a lot more problems than just weed. Unfortunately, Sounds like his shit's a mess, man. I doubt it's got a lot to do with the marijuana problem. Somebody with that kind of personality trait's going to have some kind of an issue with something, regardless of what it is. Probably better than the guy being an alcoholic. If he was an alcoholic, he'd probably be fully out of control. That's me, man. A lot of the medications and stuff that I take make me nauseous, make me throw up all the time. I lost like 78 pounds in a year's time because of that. And even when I wasn't sick, I was always looking for a place, if I happened to get sick. It's kind of hard to be in public, but I can take some CBD, vape cartridge or something like that and smoke on that 5 or 6 times. Actually eat, smoke again to be able to keep that food down, and actually been able to maintain my weight since I started doing that. When you start losing weight to a certain point, that becomes a major concern. You're like, holy shit, what's going on? Yeah, but the whole legalization thing, I think what's legal for one American should be legal for all. And it's a waste of time and resources. Actually, I think part of its illegality in a lot of places is because it gives the law enforcement a way to steal your resources. You get caught roaming around here, they take your house, your property, your car, your bank account, everything. And they probably live longer and they probably live better with a lot less suffering because of it too. And that's what the stuff's here for, is to be used by people for whatever you need. And besides, it's not like this other stuff. When people think about drugs, I don't even consider marijuana a drug, no more than I would a soda or caffeine or anything else of that nature. But there's still people that believe in reefer madness and shit like that, like you're going to flip the fuck out and go on a killing spree, or rape and murder or what have you, because of reefer, and that shit just not going to happen. Matter of fact, it's good for violence. I know myself, if I'm pissed off and I'm angry, I can sit down and burn down and I ain't pissed off anymore. So that's a good thing. Now, if I was in the same mood and just to go drink a fifth of Jack Daniels or something, I'd probably end up in jail. And it's just like Bon Jovi said, it's your life. Literally. I hate to use that as a reference, but that's the first thing that come to mind. So you do whatever has to work for you to make it through your life with as little suffering as possible. That's just common sense. Yup. Like my weed shop saw, shit. I wonder if I played it on here. Yeah, let's go ahead and bust that shit out. I don't care if I get a copyright strike. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, this is a good pot show. So shit, I can't spell pot. That's bad. Take care, ass. I hope you have a good night. Thanks for coming in and talking with us. Yeah, I wish I could get some weed with $20.
Like, what up? I got some good pop. I'm just pumped up, got some herb from the pot shop. Ice in the fridge, it used to be frosty. My friends like, damn, that's a stone ass kid. Rolling in hella high, looking like it's half the time. Dominating all my friends as I eat some chili fries. Straight through the snuggie with my girl sitting next to me. Out of big bowl full of for sure, it was 99 cents.
Check these out, man.
About to go and get some munchies. Passing up on those cracker jacks, Reese's Pieces of where it's at. Gotta get me some soda pop. Cotton mouth has been creeping up, but can't remember where I put my keys. Yeah, that's what's up. I'ma take your grandpa's ride. I'ma take your grandpa's ride. No, for real. Ask your grandpa. Can I take your 65 to Bill cruising to my local Publix? Nothing better than rolling with two super hot chicks that have frozen burritos. I bought frozen burritos. I bought some.
End up putting me somewhere where they'll get broke, probably. I got Florida Hillbilly one. That's what's in him. But I haven't seen him on for a while, man.
Looking for a pot shop, this is fucking awesome. I'm gonna smoke some weed, only got $20 in my pocket. I'm a hunt, looking for a pot shop, this is fucking awesome. What you know about the science of marijuana? What you know about people suffering from glaucoma? They need it, it helps them with their condition. If you don't believe me, then just ask some eye physicians. Thank your granddad for voting for that guy. Richard Nixon is the president who made the print legal. The science is now showing that it's medicine for people, and the private sector's fighting to keep all of that illegal. Alcohol and tobacco, pharmaceutical prisons. I take this for a major lobby groups to fight those motherfuckers. They're making money day and night. All those motherfuckers. And bribing Congress out of sight. All those motherfuckers. They feel like, oh, it's immoral and unhealthy. I'm like, how many people are you making wealth? Anti-marijuana lobbies are making all kinds of profits, and they don't want you to stop because of all this cash. Yeah, sure. I call that getting swindled and pimps. Shit. I call that getting tricked by the government. That law is hella old, so it's time to update it, regulate it, and then get it out the stock.
Hell yeah.
Stop being a hypocrite.
That's an old song. We're still talking about Obama. But yeah, it's still a good weed song. Song. It's a good weed song. It's a good weed song. Yeah, me speaking in broken English. I'm dealing with too many China wholesalers, I guess. Some of that broken English they come up with is just masterful shit. Ah, cool, man. What kind of drone did you get, dude? Wow, we got 5 people in the room now. The song killed it. Damn, that's never good. At least they're not hunting for you, Pyro Al. That's always a good sign. It is a cool song to talk about how the pharmaceutical and the prison industry and all that shit's trying to keep it down, and it's true. Ray Ray knows the truth. Yeah, sad pandas indeed. Where is that? I gotta find that shit. Hold on, I'm still trying to figure out how to do all these multiple YouTube things at the same time. My stuff's a little slow.
That makes me a sad panda. And when one little panda puts his furry little willy in another panda's ear, that makes me a very sad panda.
Sad panda, did you hear that? Yeah, man. I'm looking forward to you guys learning how to fly them. You can have a lot of fun, especially filming some of your pyro and shit. It's a nice little vantage point on some of this stuff to see what the shells look like breaking from up above them is pretty cool. And it's a good hobby. Yeah, if you got that many cops running around, it's probably best to ixnay with the explosives just because they might shoot you by mistake. Yeah, it's from South Park, bro. Sexual Harassment Panda was the episode. Pretty old from way back in the day, but yeah, I knew that when the first time you said it. I'm like, shit, that's from South Park, man. You guys got the hang of flying those little drones yet? Ray and Power Duke? It's nice to get a good buzz on and try to keep one of them things hovered, keep it in a straight line and everything. That's how I learned how to fly. Because you got to be calm when you're trying to fly, man. You can't panic or you'll go all to hell with the manual control drone anyway. Ah, cool. Congrats on the 500 subs, man. Won't be long, dude. You'll be 1K special. See, mine worked out pretty cool. I was going to do a 420 giveaway on my channel, and I ordered something for that, and by the time it came in, I was at like 700. I was like, hell yeah. Yeah, the cat and the dog trying to get it is added little extra difficulty level. But all the skills you picked up with the little one will come in handy when you grab up the controls on the bigger. Um, had got them, what was it, X8C SEMA camera drones and stuff to learn how to fly on. And then I sent them a mini drone. Well, actually, I'd ordered a different set than what they actually sent you guys, which still pisses me off. But I sent them one of those to train indoors to learn how to fly before they took the bigger one outside. But Siemens are a good learner drone. That's what I learned how to fly on was an X5C, which is like the SEMA that's a smaller version of the one you guys have. The one you guys have is the one that I wish I'd have had when I started because it's got the bigger battery and more power and whatnot. Dude, I started off flying helicopters and stuff. Let me see if I can find one that I've got laying around here. I was just looking at it. Now these guys come from the helicopter graveyard in the basement, so they're a little dusty. Got my old Apache. This little helicopter back in the day was over $100 for this cheap little helicopter, believe it or not. I got my little NSA copter. I used to fly back in the day. It's actually a really good flyer. Pretty nimble. And then this guy here. 300 brushless. Metal squash plate and all that good shit. It's a Honeybee King 2. I can fly that one upside down and cut the grass with it. Damn it. Arrgh. I need a better office chair in here. This one sucks. I lost an X5C too, and it sucked because it had the only aftermarket battery that I had bought at the time for the X5Cs, and it was brand new out of the box. About this time of year, actually in the spring, it was calm, and I got up about 300 feet and got hit by a 40-mile-an-hour wind gust, and I had enough time to put it in high rate, and I fought against the wind for like a second, and then it was gone. And we searched for that drone for the last several years, and we've never found it. God only knows where it ended up. Yeah, flying them remote control helicopters is 10 times harder than flying a drone. That's why when I went from flying an RC helicopter and picking up a drone right out of the box, I was like, oh, this is easy. This is sweet. Damn, Ray, you haven't even charged it yet? I thought you'd be all over learning how that little one flew. Oh, the CIA, they found it. Oh. And what exactly did they find? Oh, the drone, yeah. Well, bring that some bitch back, man. That's back when the SEMA X5C cost over $100 for the little version back in the day. You've probably been too busy, man, working and everything. But it is a cool little hobby to fly around the pyro cave because you got the whole garage to mess around in. You get really good with that little drone. Landed on piles of pyro and take off from piles of pyro if you get good at it. Sweet, man. Just make sure when you plug up the battery and turn the drone on that you do so at a level surface because that's when the drone gets its reading for a level. So if you plug it up, upside down in your hand and then try to fly it, it's not going to be on a level plane. As soon as you put power to it, you want to make sure that it's setting perfectly flat. Being very level is very important. I forgot to tell Pyro Dude that little bit of knowledge, and after I did, I think it improved his flying quite a bit, didn't it? Check out this little guy. Looks like a pretty interesting drone. It's got the camera, the batteries. Drone Con, huh? Never heard of it. Cyclone. Looks like a pretty sweet drone. I won this drone right here, this kit with like 2 batteries and an auction for like 12 bones. And I looked this drone up and it sells for like $100, so that was a score. Oh yeah, whenever you plug the power into it, that's when the gyros and stuff set their level. And if you're not level when you do that, no matter how you fly, it's not going to be right. You'll always be drifting one way or the other. So level is very important for sure, especially when it comes to the larger drone that you have. And just like anything, it's all in the prep work. You want to make sure everything's set up properly. And the biggest word of caution that I would give you guys for those larger ones is that larger body on that drone acts also like a kite sail, and it will pick up the wind. So make sure that it's dead calm out there for your first few flights. And I would never take it out past anything. Maybe 10 miles an hour would be my maximum, and that's once you learn how to fly really good. Yeah, man, I have a few drone videos and stuff on my channel. Nothing really spectacular, but I have my drones wired to fire rockets and drop fireworks. And I flew a pro strobe one time at night. That was really hard to do. It was really cool. I'd say you could probably see that shit for miles, but it was hard to control staring at a strobe light. I use mostly the XK Detect 380 GPS drone, and the Cherson CX20 is what I fly most of the time, as far as my big drones go. And as far as toy grades and stuff like that, I fly anything. Like I have this SEMA H11C Wi-Fi camera drone over here in the box, and I'm starting to dig out some of the ones that I bought over the winter and stuff, when I saw something on eBay that was mislisted or going really cheap, I would buy it up, and then I bought a bunch of wholesale items, and I take my tent, my firework tent that I bought to sell fireworks out of, and now I'm using it to resell RC pyro wholesale and shit. Oh yeah, man, some of them drones are thousands of dollars and pretty much fly themselves, but a person should start with the basics and learn how the stuff, the flight characteristics and shit, how it actually works. I've seen the type of people that buys those expensive drones that can fly themselves, and they do all right. But if it ever comes to the time to where they have to actually go manual on the controls, they have no idea how to fly the drone. So they're, that $2,000-3,000 drones hitting the concrete, it's not pretty. Yeah, setting my field on fire, dropping a dumb bum purple from my SEMA, or not SEMA, but my X-Gated Tech 380. The flare as it was falling set the grass on fire. I was like, son of a bitch, because the ground was wet. I wasn't really worried about fire danger, but where the flare was falling from above, it got the dry part lit. I got the video up on my page. It's pretty funny, actually. Oh yeah, man, it get crazy expensive. Did you ever see any of the videos of the Star Wars collector drones that I have? No, those are badass, man. As soon as you open the box on those, they start to see lights and sound and stuff from the movies. Those drones are really cool. That would be pretty cool, man. And you can get one of those now pretty reasonable. One of those GPS drones with the follow you and stuff that'll hover. You can set it to do like a 360 around you as you're riding a motorcycle down the road if you want, man. And they'll stay right on you. They're pretty cool. But it's just like anything else, man. You gotta start with the cheaper basics, first, and learn how to fly that and move your way up. Because once you got several $100s in the air, you don't, I don't know about you, but I don't want to lose it. And when I lost that SEMA that time and that was back when the little ones cost like $130. That's the only drone I ever lost. To this day, it still kills me. So you want to look for something like this, with your GPS antenna and everything up here. And then your bigger difference is your brushless motors put a lot more power than a regular motor does. That and something like this will, I can keep this in the air for about 30, 40 minutes continuously. And this one's called the Pathfinder because I can program it from my laptop and set it to go on a course, and it will fly autonomously like an actual real drone. You don't have to have the remote to fly this one. I can fly it from my computer, which is pretty cool. Of course, you're not. I don't think legally you're allowed to do that anymore, but this drone will allow you to. But I can get it there on top of my Pyro Addicts box, my pristine mint condition Pyro Addicts box. One of my most prized collectibles. And I do appreciate it. All right, Ray. Thanks for stopping in and talking to us for a while, man. Take her easy and good luck with that drone. Let me know how it goes, bro. you have any issues, let me know. I might be able to help you out. That would be cool, man. I've not flown one of those, but that would be neat. I know when I grew up as a kid in the '80s, I always wanted a remote control helicopter, but at the time they were like $3,000 or $4,000 for a gas powered RC helicopter back in the old days. And I went with the old Cox gas powered toys and stuff like the helicopter that would just go straight up and have a parachuter that drops out. It runs out of fuel more or less, and if you're lucky, it counter rotates back down to the ground to do it again. I had stuff like that, but I never had the real deal remote control stuff until later on in life when I could buy it myself. But it's cool that the price has got a lot more reasonable. Hey, that was cool. Ray actually said bye this time. Most of the time, it just kind of disappears like the wind. He ghost pandas that shit. I only fly electric now, but back in the day, I had a few gas powered items. I still do. I still have a helicopter, and I still have a Cox Manx, one of them dune buggies, still new in the box. I opened the box, cranked the crank on them, make sure they still rotate and shit. They're fine. Sweet, man. Well, if I could find a box that's got mine in it, I know I have one that still worked that was used, and I still have the new one. I'll hook you up with the used one if I can find it. You can just keep it for old time's sake. I think it's mostly still intact. My mom and dad's gonna have to move their entire house and stuff here in a matter of like the next couple of months, which is gonna really make things crazy. So I'll probably find all those old toys. That or they're gonna get tore down with the old house. They're having a brand new house built. The old house is getting tore down and bulldozed, so I got to get anything I want out, or it's going to be buried forever. I don't know how that's going to set up because that's where I set off my fireworks shows and shit like that. I might be setting off a new location this summer, depending on how the construction goes. It's going to be interesting. But it always is. You know how that goes. And check out those Star Wars collector drones Pyro Owl by Propel. Those are really a nice set to get. You can find them a lot cheaper than retail on eBay if you shop around. I got the TIE Fighter and the X-Wing so far. I haven't flown either one of them, but I took them apart and just the box and the way the stuff is packaged is just super cool. Check out my, smoke drone video. Let me find you the link real quick. Yeah. I think it takes you guys to wherever I'm bouncing around to, don't it? This laptop's slow. Give me a minute. Let's see. Short flight. I got a few flights on here, man. You just have to check them out. I got most of my drones on here. Mine, not my toy drones or anything. Because I have a lot of those. I'm not even sure how many I have at the moment. Got about 2 dozen toy drones of different types. About 3 or 4, real GPS drones. Damn, I got too many videos, guys. We'll have to figure out a way to bring back some of my old videos that nobody watched. I think they're still pretty good. That's the one to the smoke drone that I'd done, but it turned out pretty cool. And I was glad that I could fire the smoke from remote control, but didn't have any color smoke, so it wasn't as easy to see. But it's a nice winter flight. Damn, I don't have nearly 500, but I've got, I think, a couple hundred now. It's hard to find what I'm looking for. But the first year that I'd done this, I didn't have but like a couple hundred subscribers, so nobody watched my stuff. But I like to figure out, bring some of the older videos that I have that people haven't watched that might watch if I repost them. I don't know. You know what I mean? That's back when I was playing around with putting intros and stuff on my videos. I'd done that for a while, and I thought it might be cool to make my own little intros and put them on my videos and stuff. But I got to the point to where it's like everybody's got one of those on their channels, and they're kind of annoying to an extent. Don't you guys think? When you've got this big presentation and your name up in lights and all this shit, with your intro, with your selected music, and then it's like, and today we've got a firecracker. It's like, what? The intro is longer than the video. Joel's intro. I don't think I've seen it. Oh, shit. I used one for my Kamaga Kill video. See, that's what I just said. Yeah, sometimes the intro is longer than the video. If I want to do something really cool, I might throw an intro on it. But for my everyday entry, or just my once a week pyro shoot, nah, probably not. But gentlemen, it has become that time for me to get the hell off of here and go fire some good stuff up and watch a little television. It's been great talking to all you guys tonight. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out with me. I appreciate each and every one of you dudes, man. Keep it real, and hopefully we can do this again. And maybe West PA Pyro serious about having a little pyro panel on. We can have one each week or something on Friday and have different speakers and stuff on here. That might be a pretty cool direction to take this stuff. But until then, guys, take her easy. Have a good night, guys.